The Chicago Bears finish the 2024 NFL preseason a perfect 4-0 after dismantling the Chiefs 34-21. It was 34-7 at one point. My name is Harrison Graham. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. It is time for our instant reaction post-game show, and this is fun. Another fun game. I got to tell you, this is a fun preseason. When the starters played in the two middle games, it was fun. When the backups played in all four games, it was fun. This team plays hard. That is my biggest takeaway from the preseason. This is a flu-style team. Guys fighting for the ball, looking to take it away, fighting for every yard. It's going to be tough to figure out this 53-man roster, I'll tell you that. So lots to break down here. And listen, we crossed 97,000 subs tonight. Shout out to the real ones. 12 subs away from 97,100. Hit that sub button if you want free and daily Bears content. Big few days coming up. Roster cut down day on Tuesday. I'll have my final 53-man roster projection. Take a look at some new cut candidates as the preseason is over. Lots to dive into, so rock and roll with us. All right, takeaway number one tonight. Reddy Steward had a massive night. The UDFA corner who had a hell of a start to training camp. Didn't hear his name as much in the middle, but just a huge finish tonight. And we were talking about this during the watch party. The Bears have like 9 good corners. Like all 9 names you see on screen are good. Your starting 3 are awesome. Terrell Smith would start for a lot of teams. Jalen Jones and Josh Blackwell are quality backups. Greg Stroman is too. Leon Jones has had moments. Reddy Steward had 2 picks tonight, including a pick 6 house call at the end of the first half. How many corners are you keeping? B, is Reddy Steward one of them? Reddy was ready tonight. I don't know, man. This is just one position right now, but what did Ryan Poles say at the start of training camp? It's going to be hard to make this team this year. I think the preseason and camp have shown that. A lot of competition, a lot of guys fighting their ass off, executing, playing well. Reddy Steward, at least he left an impression tonight, and if he's not good enough to make this Bears team, I think another team, pretty good chance he'd get picked up. So we'll see how that shakes out. I'm pretty confused by Tyler Scott tonight. Not by his play. He was excellent, and that was nice to see because he flashed early in camp, but then it was kind of quiet for a couple of weeks. Well, tonight really kind of showed off the full arsenal. 6 catches, 99 yards, couple of catches where he made guys miss after the catch, caught a deep ball up the sideline for a 37-yard gain, took a jet sweep end around for 17 yards. So big night. But he's still in the game with 3 minutes to go on a kickoff return where his face mask got yanked and his neck was almost at a 180. Why is he playing deep into the fourth quarter? Now, there could be a few reasons. Theory number one, and probably the most logical, a lot of receivers are banged up. They obviously sat their top 3. Dante Pettis sat tonight, so I don't know if he's safe or he got a little nicked up in practice. I'm not sure. Colin Johnson's been out with an injury. He was out. Freddie Swaim got placed on IR. So I get it. Like, some guys were out. But DeAndre Carter could have been playing late. He's missed a lot of time in the preseason. He was healthy. He was out there. The other theory, which I hope is not true, is he in trouble? Is there a chance Tyler Scott's getting cut? I can't imagine that's the case. Like, to me, he's your 4th wide receiver. To me, it's DJ, Keenan, and Rome's your top 3. Scott's your 4. And then that's really when the debate starts, in my opinion. But I'm not there every day. I'm not evaluating every practice snap like Ryan Poles and these guys are. Like, am I missing something here? It just felt odd. I'm still going to project him to make the final 53 unless we get information that suggests that may not be the case. Thought he looked good tonight, smooth, good after the catch. But that was bizarre. Like, you can't have anybody else. John Jackson can't return the kickoff with 3 minutes left. Like, why is he on the field? You're risking injury for a player that I think should be on the 53. It felt strange. I'll be curious to see if we get an explanation from that one. All right, shout out to our sponsor tonight. It is Prize Picks. Football is back. Basketball and hockey will be back soon. Baseball's ongoing. Perfect time to get started with the best daily fantasy sports app out there. That is Prize Picks. Download the app today. Create an account. Takes less than 90 seconds at prizepicks.com/CLNS. The code CLNS will not only get you a deposit match up to $100, but also you will get a $50 bonus after you play your first $5 play. Doesn't matter if you win, you're going to get that bonus no matter what. The way it works, you pick 2 to 6 players and choose more or less on their stat projections, I've already got a week 1 entry fired away. Caleb Williams more on his passing yards against the Titans. Tyreek Hill more on his receiving yards in week 1 for Miami as well. 10 to win 30 on that one. You can turn $10 into $1,000 on certain entries right now. Different plays available. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. Get started today. PrizePicks is awesome. Best daily fantasy sport out there. Link is in the chat of this video. All right. Velus Jones Jr. He was my number 1 guy to watch in this game. And it's a little slow early. Got in there in the second quarter. But, man, he had a big second half. Flashed late, 13 carries, 111 yards, had runs of 39, 33, and 23. His final 7 carries went for 93 yards, including a toss play to the left that he hit the crease and then weaved all the way back across the field and scored on an untouched play. And that type of play, and we saw a couple others as well, that type of explosiveness, I think, has the Bears intrigued still. I think it's why they want to keep him. Now, is he safe? Is he going to make the team? I have no idea. I can't gauge it. They didn't put him at kickoff return tonight, so one of 2 things is true. 1, he was already safe going into tonight. He's their kick returner, and they didn't want to expose him in that role tonight. Or 2, he's either not safe at all, and they just wanted to pound him into the ground at running back. Or 3, he's on the bubble. They know what he can do as a kickoff returner. They wanted to see what he can do within the offense. I think he's safe / on the bubble. I definitely don't think he's out of the mix. But I guess my only question is as explosive and fun as it was to watch him play running back tonight, does that happen in the regular season? Because at best, he'd be your 4th running back. If you put him in the backfield, teams are going to know, like, hey, he's either a decoy or they're going to use him on a toss crack probably. I don't think they're running him between the tackles in the regular season. That's just my gut feeling. You've got Roschon for that. Khalil Herbert can do that. I don't know. I liked what I saw tonight. He brings you an element that not many guys on this team can. But what's his role on this football team if he makes the 53, but beyond being a kickoff returner and playing on punt and kickoff coverage as well? Like, how many snaps is he getting on offense? Because I don't know. I think that's a tricky one to figure out. Speaking of flashing, Booker flashed early. He had a couple of rushes in the first quarter where, the first snap of the game, I think it was, for the Bears defense, he just does a little inside move and just embarrasses the Chiefs left tackle. I think it was Wanya Morris at the time who got banged up later. But then later in the game, he kind of faked an outside speed rush, spun back inside as Chris Olodokun, the Chiefs quarterback, stepped up into the pocket and he cracked him as he threw the ball. Like, that's a guy gaining confidence. He's showing different moves. He's reading the play well. He kept contained on that second one to not overrush. Is it crazy to say he might be your second best pass rusher right now? I don't think you want that to be the case. You're hoping it's Dexter or even DeMarcus Walker, but who the hell cares? If Booker's that guy, he's got to play. He's got to play. I want to see him against starters. I hope he gets some opportunities in week 1. I think he will. And it looks pretty good tonight. It looks pretty damn good tonight. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. It's at HGramNFL. Hit me up over there if you have any thoughts on this game or the Bears' 53-man roster that they're going to have to figure out. I think it's going to be chaotic. Go ahead and fire away in the DMs. It was kind of a tough injury night. A lot of guys went down early, a couple from each team. Larry Borum got carted off with some kind of a leg knee injury. That's potentially significant. I think he was the front runner to be the swing tackle, at least to start the year. If that's a serious injury, does Karan Amagaji get ramped up to be that guy? He wasn't quite ready to play tonight, but he returned to practice this week. Is Matt Pryor your swing tackle? I would guess to start the season he would be. He can play both tackle and guard, but that's something to monitor. Who was the second injury? We'll get to Douglas Coleman in a second. I'm completely drawing a blank. Let me pull up my notes. Simba Webster, he also got carted off, and he had a strong game too before that. I even said on the broadcast, I was like, is there a chance he makes the team, considering how many receivers have been hurt? He had at one point, he had 3 catches for 68 yards, including a 44-yarder. That was tough for him. Hopefully it's not too serious. And then Douglas Coleman, one of your depth corners, I think it was first play of the second half. They had to bring the back, the back stretcher thing. Like, he wasn't moving. He made a tackle. went straight down. It was the classic, like, oh boy, like he's knocked out. You hope it's just a really bad concussion or something like that. But anytime they have to pin you to the backboard like that and they got to take you off in the ambulance, that's a little scary. As of filming this, we haven't heard an update. Keep tabs on the Bears Twitter feed. They should provide an update there if there is one. But we wish the best for him. Like I said during the broadcast, I'll say it again here. That's someone's child. That's, that's a lot of people's friend out there. We wish the best for him. It's a scary sport, man. These guys get hurt, and they're fearless individuals. You got to be a little crazy to play this sport, and that was unfortunate to see. But it was fun to see the Bears win, and hey, 4-0 in the preseason, I don't know what it means. Plus 68 in point differential. You're kicking people's ass. That's fun. And now, 16 days off before week 1. Few days here for the Bears to determine who's making the initial 53-man roster. We'll see if there's any roster shifting after initial cutdown day. Usually there is with waiver claims. So get dubs in the chat, 4-0, baby, and subscribe to the channel because we have a lot of content to come here. Busy day tomorrow. We'll take a look at some winners and losers from this one, some cut candidates as well, and we'll get to our final roster projection between now and Tuesday. So lock us in here and bear down.